Welcome, Scorpio, to your love reading for the week of July 24th to the 30th of 2017. So this week, the sun will now be activating your 10th house. It will be in Leo, where the focus is now on career and your public standing. The qualities you possess amongst your peers to contribute to the overall foundation of your connection, activities surrounding your goals, life path, your outward expression of your talents and skills within your community or social groups. So Monday and Tuesday is here. The moon will be in Leo, activating that same house we just spoke about. So you do have the Two of Cups at the head of everything. The Two of Cups, with that career energy, there could be some contracts that you are dealing with, legal things like that. An agreement with your relationship or romantic partner, the soulmate connection that you do have. Now, just because I mentioned soulmate doesn't necessarily mean that you are around that particular person right now. Now, some of you could be living with this particular person or thinking about living with them or moving with them. And it could be, now fire energy is here. Now, some of you are dealing with water as well. Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, as you have the Queen of Wands there. You have the Nine of Swords, the King of Wands, and then you have the Magician reverse. Now, I clarified the Queen of Wands, and this person is probably detached from you right now and focusing on his or herself right now, focusing on the job, their independence, focusing on their friends, doing things on their own. And that's why you two may be disconnected from one another. And you could be worried about that. You see the Nine of Swords there, and you see the King of Wands. Now, you could be dealing with two different romantic partners. Someone who is not willing to commit to you, and someone who is approaching you and wanting to commit just yet, but you may be focused on the other person. Or maybe this other person is focused on someone else and you're worried about that. I do feel I clarify the King of Wands. Now, this person is someone who may be trying to convince you or to have a conversation with you. And they may be coming through with some deceit, not really being honest and saying everything that they mean, trying to coax you into doing something that you really don't want to do. Maybe leaving someone or agreeing to certain things that you're not quite pleased with or you don't really feel like doing. That kind of energy is there. Now, for some of you, now remember, it doesn't have to be these signs, but it could be for some. But I do feel like that energy is a connection that is strong that some of you would like to make, but maybe there are just two different partners. And the Magician reverse could be another person as well. So it just depends. It could be a third party situation. And some of you, the King of Wands is maybe someone who is maybe walking out of your life and you're wanting them to come back, while say the Queen of Wands is someone who's waiting for you right now, but they have no other choice but to focus on themselves because you're not looking their way. Those kind of things could be going on, I feel, for some of you in this equation. So that energy is for Monday and Tuesday. So Scorpio, for Wednesday and Thursday, the moon will be in Virgo, activating your 11th house of friendships, hopes, and dreams. Platonic friendships, meaning those of just conversation or socializing, and friends helping you out with your dreams and getting those off the ground. It could be a lot of events or just social interactions altogether. So you do have the 10 of Pentacles, you have the 4 of Cups reversed, the 10 of Wands, and then you have the Knight of Cups. Other clarifying cards are the 8 of Cups. Now, I clarified that and got clarified the 4 of Cups reversed and got the 8 of Cups. And I feel for a lot of you where the 10 of Pentacles is there, that's always to me the card of usually marriage or the home where there are many people around, maybe more than 3 or 4, and there could be like celebration, dinner. I'm just having a good time, cookouts or whatever it is, or you're enjoying your marriage or relationship, and maybe doing a lot around the home while there are other people around with the Knight of Cups there. Now, in love, I feel the 4 of Cups reversed is usually it's like a decision that some of you are trying to make. If you've been stalled or pulled back or hampered when it comes to progress, if you're trying to make progress with another person, you're trying to slowly but surely open up to someone. And maybe in order for you to do that, the step that you have to take is move away from something that's not working out for you any longer. Maybe it is a marriage, and some of you are putting on this a mask, almost like to make things seem like they're good, but when it's really not. But then you have to kind of really look in the mirror and tell yourself, is this really what I want, or if this really working out for me? And if not, you know, the the Four of Cups reversed, you see that person is kind of, you know, letting something wash away and then moving away from that particular situation with the Eight of Cups and kind of walking around the situation. And then you see the Knight of Cups, you know, you may get an offer or something, or you may reach out to someone with the Knight of Cups, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. You do see two people here, Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini, and you see conflict. I see like this could be with your friends or your family environment, or with your romantic partner, where there could be some conflict and arguments. And this Knight of Swords person is very angry and very tense. Now this could be you, like rushing in to battle, or to say something, or, you know, verbally abuse someone, or that's coming into you because you may be taking too long to do something, someone else is taking too long, and it could cause a lot of anger, frustration, and tears. You know, you're crying to yourself, you've made the other person cry because of what you said to them, what's going on, getting into altercations, things like that. You know, I feel like that energy is very intense right there. So it could be some harsh words thrown around. Sometimes these are physical exchanges that get out of hand to some degree. So just be aware of that kind of energy, and don't need to get into that kind of stuff, but that kind of thing could be going on. And sometimes, you know, it's just with the 5 being there as conflict, it doesn't have to be literally physical. It's just exchanges, almost like the energy is really intense, where you're almost on the precipice or the verge of, you know, getting into that conflict with a particular person. And I feel like these two people, maybe it's two people not happy with you, or say for instance you are the person on the outside looking in to a situation where there are two other people, you're the third party, and there are two other people going through conflicts and things, and it's really frustrating you because you know of that reality of that particular situation that's going on. You don't like it because you're looking at it from a distance, and you just want the other person to be out of it, away from it. So that could be very frustrating. And you know, that 10 of Wands is usually, that's a burden that you may be carrying that you may need to step away from. All right, that's what I feel and sense here. So be open to that kind of energy Wednesday and Thursday. So Scorpio, for Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday, you have both spreads here. Focus first. We're going to focus on Friday and Saturday, as the moon will be in Libra, activating your 12th house of secret sorrows, closure, and self-undoing. It's a time of rest and reflection, and finding about different patterns that you want to change and release yourself from. That 12th house is really activated because you see the 7 of Cups there. You see the World, the Knight of Wands, the Sun reversed, and then you do see the Emperor reversed. And this is like the energy of being single, or making the decision to explore your options, to be open to other opportunities in love. I feel for some of you, you're trying to really find closure and completion with a relationship with someone that you had a connection with. Now, this is for some. For others of you, I feel like this is potentially a move that you're contemplating making. Should I move with my partner? Should I allow them to move with me? Where are we going to relocate? Should I travel and take this risk? That kind of energy is there. But ultimately, I feel that there, in some of you, it's like if you did make the decision to move forward, maybe this person is trying to come back into your life, or you're trying to come back into someone's life, and they're like, no, the door is shut. That energy is there. So it's almost like someone is forcing someone else to make a decision. And, you know, speaking about decisions, you see on the right, the 2 of Swords is there. But here, the Sun is there in reverse. That's usually a state of depression, sadness, and I feel like some of you may be feeling like that because you are dealing with a very controlling person, or someone that's not, that they want to control the relationship. You may want to control the relationship. There's just imbalance there, and it's not healthy for either person. Maybe these are arguments about who's going to take the reins when it comes to moving, relocating, how things should be done, where to move, that kind of thing. And the Emperor is right there in reverse. So some of you are dealing with the Aries, Leo, Sagittarius as well, with that energy. All right, and you do have the World there So that is definitely travel. I feel like a lot of you may be traveling Friday and Saturday just to get out and about, maybe communicating a lot with the moon being in Virgo. This is potentially for work, and maybe because some of you are not happy with a supervisor or someone that's been unyielding, you may want to get away from them. So that energy is definitely there. I feel for a lot of you, it's like letting go of something or someone. And you do have on the right, as the moon moves into or merges into Scorpio on Sunday, it activates your first house of self-pampering, asking for what you want, your needs. So you have the Two of Swords, the Nine of Wands reversed, Death reversed, and then you have the Eight of Swords. You see that energy of about making a decision that definitely carries over, and for some of you, you have some, you're sleeping on it, you're kind of contemplating about it, and it seems like a fear of commitment, because either some of you have a fear of moving on from someone to start something new, because maybe if you move on from that particular relationship or marriage, that you'll be single and you don't want that to happen. You want to be with someone, or that you just have a fear of letting go of a particular person because you feel that it could have been great if things were to have worked out. And for some of you, just not ready to make a commitment with a certain person, and that's why you could be dealing with another Scorpio as well. And that's why you have the Death card is in reverse. You're just resistance to this change, and it's like you're hiding your thoughts, how you may feel. It could be certain things that are going on within you. It could be physical things that are going on, health matters. It could be your sexuality, anything like that could be having you force yourself to be trapped or not wanting to commit. Any kind of insecurities or doubts that you may be having with a particular person or decision that you want to make. And for some, it's just like not being able to let go and move on. All right. Or interact with others or whatever it is. So that energy of feeling trapped because you have made a decision. Maybe it's like you're isolating yourself on Sunday potentially, and maybe focusing on yourself, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. I always tell people, until you are ready to do what you want and you feel better, then you have to take on that energy of healing. That 12th house into that first house is still activated, so that energy is definitely there. All right, so we're going to see what the romance angels and fairies have for you for this week. So Scorpio, we do have let go of control issues, allow the situation to unfold naturally. We have passion, allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Those issues are really where you saw the sun reversed. That was about that depression, maybe not feeling at your best right now, just needed some time on your own so that you can start to feel more passion. And that's part of letting go of things that you can't really change. I feel here, especially if you feel stuck or trapped in some way. The heart-to-heart conversation card is here. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. Not necessarily saying that you haven't done so already, but if you haven't, this is the time, advice to do so. State your case and move on. You can't really get a reaction from someone or have them understand you, but you can let them know how you feel. So, and we do have make the effort. Great love, it's worth taking the steps that you're guided to take. So the Seven of Cups, reaching out for your options, where in the beginning I said, like, for some of you, you are having to decide between two different people, or someone is deciding on you and what you want to do. But I feel like that energy will speak to some of you if you're needing to really open up to someone to get to know them. That's all part of the effort. And we do have express your individuality. It says allow your true self to shine because you're awesome. And it says everything's okay. It says don't worry, it's all working out in a beautiful way. So the timing of a connection may be stalled. Maybe you're needing to really do things on your own. Focus on you right now, to be who you are, so that you can break away from these traps and don't feel limited by someone else's restrictions on you. Or if you're placing restrictions on someone else, just let them know that you may need that time. Just be honest about it. You don't need to ignore it, or don't let them know what's going on. That would be generous of you to do. So it just depends. Everyone is not going to follow through with that, but just know that everything is cool. It's okay. So I do hope that these messages resonated and helped you out this week. And remember that if you would like a private reading, you can go to my website, psychicloveheals.com, to schedule something personally and specific for your situation. All right, have a good week.